Awesome. So good. So good. You guys ready? All right. Today we're talking about what is the gospel. And this is a series that we've been preaching, and we have seen so much happen as a result of preaching this truth. We're seeing people radically change. I've had people come to me and say, you have no idea how much this is setting me free. Free from what? Free from myself. Free from having to be good enough. And this is where the power of the gospel is. It's in Jesus. So the first principle, we are corrupt without God. You were born corrupt without God. Adam and Eve fell. We all fell into sin as a result, and we are corrupt without God. And we need Him. He is the one who gives us everything. So we can't be good enough. So why try having to be good enough? He is. Like my wife told me one time, I had that pity party, and I go, honey, I'm no good. And she looked at me and she said, you're exactly right. And then I realized I didn't have to be. Hallelujah, what freedom. Jesus died in our place to demonstrate God's love for us. So no longer do we have to be good enough. We just receive what was done for us. We receive that. And that is justification. First one's corruption. Second one's justification. Third one, sanctification. So since we've been justified, since you and I stand before God without sin, now we work on being sanctified, making His declaration become our reality. That's what last week's teaching was about. Making sure that what God had promised, we live out. And we're living a life working on getting rid of sin and living into His holiness. And this chart is probably what I'm going to be teaching on after I finish this series until I don't know when. Because this chart says it all. Corruption. Oh, that was before Christ. I couldn't do it. The cross came into effect. Afterwards, I've been freed. I've been cleared. I've been glorified, or I haven't been glorified. I've been justified by God, just as if I have not sinned. And then I work on sanctification. And the sanctification will ultimately lead to glorification. Well, where's baptism fit into this? It fits in the sanctification part of this. So then somebody says, do I need to get baptized to be saved? You're going, nope, it's on the other side of the cross. You know what else fits into this? Works. Works comes after justification. Works comes after salvation, not before it. Where does righteousness come into place? Well, we've been declared righteous. We've been imputed righteousness because of Jesus Christ. So that's in justification. But then there's the process of becoming righteous, practicing righteousness, that's in sanctification. So you see how this chart clears a lot of those matters up? So we're going to teach from it. Why? Because I want people armed with the reality of the gospel. I want them. I want people to understand what the gospel is. Because we're going to face a world, if it keeps going in that direction, that's going to be anti-God, anti-gospel. And they're going to say, are you a Christian? Why do you believe that? And you need to be able to give an answer. So today, it's glorification.